discuss Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It's a very good document prepared, and in its preamble, first its preamble says, we believe that all people are born with dignity. All people are born with dignity. So here, even this first sentence, it is very meaningful, very important. So we can understand in our surroundings, in our society, when we treat others, when people treat others, do all of them treat all others with dignity? So it is a basic problem. We as citizens, as humans, we need to treat others with dignity, with respect. We cannot shout on waiters in a restaurant. We should not. What if he is a waiter or she is a waitress? After all, they are humans. They have self-respect. So we can treat them with dignity. We believe everyone has equal and unchangeable rights. Everyone has equal rights, and everyone has unchangeable rights. Rights cannot be changed. These rights is the basic peace in the world. When we don't treat others with dignity, when we don't take care of rights of others, it it causes irritation. It causes conflict. In fact, we spew poison. We poison human relations when we violate rights, and that social poison, it is harmful for social peace. It is harmful for national and international peace. Ultimately, it leads to interpersonal conflicts. Those interpersonal conflicts also contribute towards national and international conflicts. So, for individual peace, for social peace, for national peace, and for international peace, upholding the rights, respecting the rights of others, treating others with dignity, it is imperative. When people have ignored and looked down on human rights, it has led to awful, cruel actions. So, human rights should not be ignored. We should not be cruel to others. These cruel actions have shocked the whole world. We want a world where everyone can speak freely and believe what they want. We want a world where everyone can speak freely and where everyone can believe what they want. We want everyone to be free from fear, and we want everyone to be free from hunger, free from need. This is the biggest hope of. How can we ensure that all citizens are free from hunger, free from need? So it is the duty of the state to provide social security. Social security programs are needed. The government should tax the rich and subsidize the poor, and the government should launch schemes for job security, for job provision, and for small businesses. Loans should be provided so that people have a respectable earning. So this type of social security is required in all states. This is the biggest hope of common people everywhere. It's vital to protect human rights with a system of laws. It's vital to protect human rights with a system of laws. If we don't, People might feel forced to choose rebellion against rulers and cruelty as their very last option. It is also very important to help countries get along and have friendly relationships. So there should be healthy relationships among states, among nations. The people of the United Nations have already promised in their charter that they strongly believe in basic human rights. Usman, can you please turn off the fans? It is taking a lot of energy for me to speak, to throw my voice to you. Please, for a while, it's for a while. My office is not that hot. It is relatively better. Okay, thank you. The people of the United Nations have already promised in their charter that they strongly believe in basic human rights. They believe in the value and worth of every person. People of the United Nations believe in the value of every person. They believe in the worth of every person. So every human being is worthwhile. They believe that men and women have equal rights. They decided they must work to help society grow and provide a better life for everyone with more freedom. The people of the United Nations decided they must work to help society grow and provide a better life for everyone with more freedom. Member countries promised to work with the United Nations to make sure everyone respects and follows human rights and basic freedoms worldwide. All member countries of the United States have promised this. We need to clearly agree on what these rights and freedoms mean. A clear understanding is super important so that this promise can be completely fulfilled. So, in order to implement human rights, in order to respect and uphold human rights, first we need to understand what human rights are, and we need to agree on that understanding. These are the human rights, and this is their meaning. Then we can respect those rights. Not as enemies, not as we are friends, then we are anything else. Because of this, we should act toward each other in a friendly way. Article 2. Everyone can have these rights and freedoms. It doesn't matter what country you come from. It doesn't matter what your race, color, or gender is. It doesn't matter what language you speak. It doesn't matter what religion you follow. Followers of all religions have rights. It doesn't matter what your political opinion is. Followers of all political leaders and members of all political parties, they have rights. We cannot attack them if they belong to other parties. If they like other leaders, we cannot attack them only because their party is different. It doesn't matter if you are rich or poor or where you are born, you have equal rights. Also, your rights won't change based on the political situation of your country, like if it's independent or not. Article 3. Everyone has the right to life. Everyone has the right to be free. Everyone has the right to feel safe. Article 4. No one can be held in slavery. No one can be forced to work for someone else. If someone is forced to work for someone else, it is bondage, it is slavery. Slavery and the slave trade are totally forbidden. Article 5. No one should be tortured. No one should be treated in a cruel or very harsh way. Country, the law enforcement agencies, they use torture as a tool to make the suspect acknowledge, to accept the blame, the accusation. And sometimes, and in many cases, the suspects, they acknowledge, to just to avoid the torture. Actually, they did not commit the crime. Actually, many people, they did not commit the crime. But when the police torture them and the agencies torture them, that you did that, they acknowledge, they confess, okay, I did. Why? To avoid that torture. Yes, there are many law enforcement agencies, they do this. It is illegal. It is illegal, it is immoral, it is illogical. Even the most honest person, if he or she is tortured, he or she would like to avoid torture. So, how can they do it? Confess. They will have to confess to get out of that state of torture.
सर ये जो सीसीडी वाले हैं सर
Yes.
ये करते हैं सर कोर्ट से हट के ये उनको फायर कर देते हैं मर्डर कर देते हैं तो अभी तो हो सकता है कि अमन हो यहाँ पे पंजाब में लेकिन सर जब हम इसको थोड़ा सा और आगे देखेंगे तो फिर ये इसको अपना जो है ना वो करेंगे अपना नाक का मसला ये काफी सारा ऐसा आ जाता है जिसको किसी के साथ दुश्मनी उसकी
It is misused.
मिसयूज वो करेगा
Yes.
ठीक है
Fake political, fake police contests.
ठीक है
Uh,
हमें बजाय इसकी कि इसको ऐसे करना हमें अपनी अदालतों को ठीक करना चाहिए कि उन वहाँ पे जाकर उनको पनिश मिले वो अदालतों से उनको सजा मिले ना कि उनको डायरेक्ट ये जो है शूट कर
there are very problems in it. Yes. At the end, I think we can get back to this topic. It is interesting and it is important. So let us first legal. Punishment can be legal. Punishments are legal, but humiliation is not legal. Article 6. Everyone has the right to be recognized as a person everywhere. Everyone has the right to be recognized as a person everywhere. So here, as we were talking, in our society, transgenders, they are not recognized as persons. We don't like them as persons. Generally, usually, it is very bad. This means your legal rights must be protected no matter where you are. Article 7. Everyone is equal before the law. Everyone has the right to be treated equally by the law. It is called political equality. Many people are so simple, they do not understand. They argue, no, equality is not natural. This is equality is not natural. There cannot be equality. So political equality simply means that the laws are made equal for all citizens. Everyone should be treated equally by the law. Everyone should be protected against any discrimination that goes against this declaration. Everyone should be protected against any discrimination that goes against this Declaration of Human Rights. Everyone should be protected against anyone who tries to encourage such discrimination. Article 8. If your fundamental rights are violated, you have the right to ask for help. You have the right to ask for help if your fundamental rights are violated. You can go to a proper national court. This court must be able to protect your rights. Article 9. No one should be arrested for no good reason. If there is no good reason, no one can be arrested. No one should be kept in prison for no good reason. No one should be sent away from their country for no good reason. There has to be some sufficient logic, sufficient justification for such actions against someone. Article 10. You have the right to a fair and public hearing. Okay. You have the right to a fair and public hearing. This hearing must be conducted by an independent and unbiased court your rights. Article 11. If you are accused of a crime, you are innocent until proven guilty. Pay attention, it is very important. If you are accused of a crime, you are innocent until proven guilty. Ziaul Haq made a law, and that law said you are if you are caught by the state authorities, you are guilty until proven otherwise. In Pakistan, this law was made, it was implemented. If the state authorities catch you, arrest you, you are guilty until you prove you are otherwise, you are innocent. That is illegal. That is illogical. That is the misuse of authority, misuse of law. Look at what this Universal Declaration of Human Rights says. If you are accused of a crime, you are innocent until proven guilty. The accuser has, it is the duty of the accuser to prove that you are guilty. It is not your duty that you prove your innocence. Yes. Yes. This proof must be shown in a public trial. The accuser has to show the proof in a public trial. In this trial, you must have all the help you need for your defense. In this trial, you must have all the help you need for your defense. You cannot be found guilty for something that was not a crime when you did it. If there was no law at that time and you did an action, at that time, that action was not a crime. Later, a law was made, and according to that law, your action was a crime. No, you cannot be punished because the law was made later than your action. If the law changes lighter, you must punishment. If you committed a crime and the law is changed and the punishment is made lighter, and you have the right to go through the lighter punishment. Article 12. No one can mess with your private life for no good reason. No one can interfere in your private life. This includes your family life, your home, or your communications, like letters or emails. So the violation of this right is committed by the state authorities sometimes, and also committed by other citizens. So the violations by other citizens, I think it is a bigger problem. It is a bigger problem. In our neighborhoods, many people who have a lot of time to kill, they just keep watching, observing the neighbors. What are they doing? What's going on? They just want to poke their nose into their personal affairs. So it is a problem. The neighbors should respect the private privacy of their neighbor. We should not poke nose into others' affairs. This includes your family life, your home, or your communications, like letters or emails. For example, if some of you leaves your phone here on my table and goes out for a while, I should not touch this phone. I should not open this phone. I should not see the contact numbers and the posts on WhatsApp or anything else. It is illegal. It is immoral. But I have observed many people do this. Even friends do this. When a friend leaves the mobile, goes to the washroom or goes to drink water, the other friend just starts watching, looking into the phone. It's very bad. It's immoral. No one can attack your honor. No one can attack your reputation. No one can malign you. It is your right that your honor and reputation are protected. If someone does attack these things, the law must protect you. Article 13. To move around freely within their own country. So, no one has the right to stop you to move, to travel. Everyone has the right to choose where they want to live within their own country. Everyone has the right to leave any country, including their own. You can leave your country. You can go to any other country. It is your right. You can migrate. Everyone has the right to return to their own country. And returning back, it is also your right. Article 14. If people are persecuted, they have the right to seek asylum. You can seek asylum if you are persecuted in your own country. Asylum means trying to find protection in another country. There are asylum provisions in many advanced democracies, but many people in the developing countries misuse those laws. Now, even the people who deserve asylum, they are deprived. Many times they doubt and they don't provide asylum. So it is also a problem. You cannot use this right if you have committed a serious non-political crime. If you can use asylum if you have committed some political crime or you are a political victim. But if you have committed any non-political crime, then you do not have the right for asylum. You also cannot use this right if you have done something against the goals and principles of the United Nations. Article 15. Everyone has the right to be a citizen of a country. No one can take away your citizenship for no good reason. No one can stop you from changing your citizenship. You can change your citizenship. And let me repeat, transgenders in our society don't have citizenship. Most of them don't have CNICs. Most of them don't have any birth certificates. They cannot have their bank accounts. They cannot purchase property. So this is a sheer discrimination. It is unjust.
इसकी जवाब दे देते कि इस्लाम जो है वो इस्लाम में ये नहीं है जेंडर इस्लाम ने कहा है कि सिर्फ दो ही जीन पैदा किए हैं
Uh, so, but they are humans. We should understand. Logically, we should understand. But Islam does not say that transgenders are not humans. It is not written anywhere. So it is our foolishness if we interpret Quran or Hadith this way, that they are not mentioned. Insan, insan is mentioned in Quran,
Yes.
so they fall under the category of insan. Insan, humans.
Yes.
Transgenders are humans. They are mentioned in Quran. Let me say, it is a foolish interpretation of Islam that transgenders are not mentioned in Quran. They are mentioned. No one can stop you from changing your citizenship. Article 16. Men and women who are old enough have the right to marry. Men and women who are old enough have the right to marry. Very important. It's very important. No one can force them against their will.
But it's really
Adult citizens, they can marry to each other as they wish. Parents cannot force them. Elders cannot force them.
but
The
सर
tribe cannot force them. Yes.
यहाँ पे सर कानून ऐसे बनाया गया है कि आप उनके बगैर तो नहीं कर सकते निकाह। अभी जो है वो पंजाब में बनाया गवर्नमेंट ने 2019 में कि आप जो है वो माँ बाप के बगैर अदालत में भी नहीं कर सकते निकाह।
It's immoral. It is
मतलब आप
violation of the international law.
वट एवर कि आपका 18 साल से वो है उम्र या नहीं आप नहीं कर सकते आपके पास जो है वो आपके
Yes, it should be amended. It should be amended. And it should accord to this provision of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. I think Pakistan is a signatory to the this Universal Declaration, and it should be implemented. The adult citizens, they should have the right to marry as they wish. But in our society, it is another major problem. In many cases, parents force their children, particularly the girls.
खासतौर पर कबायली निज़ाम में अब तक होते हैं
Yes,
बलूचिस्तान के भी में बहुत ज़्यादा
exactly. Even in Punjab, in our villages and cities, it is a common practice. They don't accept the wish of their children, their daughters and sons. They are almost all the times they they wish to force them. Even sons are forced many times. No, uh, uh, mother says no. You should marry my niece. Sometimes father says
yes
no. You should marry my nephew or my niece. So it's a major problem, and many families have been destroyed through this forcing behavior, because in many cases those couples, they don't live a happy life. There's no harmony among them, and in many
ये दोनों
cases
साइड पे होती है बच्चा जो है वो अगर पेरेंट्स की या उसकी एक अपनी ख्वाहिश है तो वो बच्चा या बच्ची उस साइड पे जाता था और पेरेंट्स को नजर आ रहा था कि ये गलत कर रहा है ये कर रही है तो वो उसको मना करते हैं कि ये गलत है और उसका जो रिजल्ट एट द एंड आता है वो इतना अच्छा नहीं आता खुदा ना खास्ता और फिर पेरेंट्स भी वो कहते हैं कि आपने अपनी मर्जी से या खुशी से की आप इसको भुगतो फिर उसको एहसास होता है कि ये मैंने गलत किया था उस वक्त फिर मैं माफ
but we need to be, we are students of political science. We need to approach this problem scientifically. In order to have a clear understanding, we need to have sufficient data. For example, in Sargodha division or Sargodha district, we should find out the cases, at least 2,000 cases or 1,000 cases, and then we should try to find out how many married with their consent against their parents' will, and how many couples followed the instructions of their parents. Okay, and what is the percentage of good harmonious relations among couples, and what is the percentage of the bad marriages in both categories? Then we can get to know the clear picture. Although I have not done this practice, but my guess is, it is my guess, that the couples who marry with their own free will, majority of them have majority. Many of them have problems and many divorce, but majority of them have good relations, harmonious relations. And a heavy percentage of those couples who marry under pressure of by their parents, majority of those marriages are bad marriages. They don't have harmony, they don't have peace of mind, and throughout their lives they keep on quarreling and fighting. So even when some of the couples who marry according to their will, they suffer, they have bad consequences. Even then, I think the parents should not force them, because in many cases they own their decision. They own it. Yes, I decided it. I have to live with her, live with him, and they do it. And when the parents have forced, the every moment, every other day, they try to violate, to abuse the partner, because they have someone to blame. Okay, you did this. It was not my decision. So human will, it is sacred.
सर माँ बाप क्यों रोकते हैं सर? इसलिए कि जो मुझे लग रहा है कि एक क्लास का डिफरेंस होता है और आपका जो है कास्ट का डिफरेंस होता है, ये थोड़े से होते हैं जिस वजह से
Most of the cases, it is domineering behavior. Domineer. They want to keep them in control, and they want to oblige their brothers and sisters, their nephews and nieces. In many cases, this is the problem.
सर इनका एक और भी प्रॉब्लम है कि जैसे हम कहते हैं ना कि जो पसंद की शादियाँ करते हैं,
Yes.
फिर बाद में जो है वो खुश नहीं रहते या उनके मसले पैदा होते हैं। या मसले जो है हम मानते हैं कि इंसान एक समाजी जानवर है, तो वो अपने सोशल लाइफ में जो है वो चाहता है कि वो अपने रिलेशनशिप जो है वो फैमिली से हट के उसके जो खानदान है उनके साथ है। लेकिन जब वो पसंद की शादी करते तो सब उनका बायकॉट करते हैं। तो ये साइकोलॉजी के तौर पर उनके बैक इन माइंड में रहता है कि भाई मैंने इतना बड़ा गिल्ट किया हुआ है कि अब जो है वो सोसाइटी मुझे एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहा, तो वो ऑटोमेटिक उसके रिलेशनशिप को अफेक्ट कर देता है। तो सोसाइटी को भी चाहिए कि वो एक्सेप्ट करे इसको।
सर एक इतना तो चेंज आ रहा है ना सर कि अब जो शादी होती है बच्चियों के हवाले से, तो जो स्पेशली जो मदर होती है उसको कहते हैं कि आप बच्चे की जो है उसकी ख्वाहिश पूछो कि क्या उसका दिल है नहीं है, या ये रिश्ता कर दे तो उसको कोई एतराज तो नहीं है। पहले तो सर यही होता था कि ठीक है, वो जो होता है उसका फादर होता है वो करके आ जाता है कि ठीक है मैंने डिसीजन ले लिया, अब बस उसे वेट। अब इतना तो चेंज आ गया है कि वो पूछते हैं, हालांकि ये तो 1400 साल पहले इस्लाम ने बताया कि आप उसकी की मर्जी के बगैर आप उसका रिश्ता नहीं कर सकते।
It is un-Islamic as well to force them. To force the children for their marriage, it is un-Islamic. Yes, the change is coming, but change is too slow. In many cases, still there are many problems.
तो सर मैंने ये भी सुना है, बल्कि शायद पढ़ा हो कि जो
Relationship. Yes, it's a forced relationship, and most of them lead to bad marriages. Okay, ji. Article 16. Men and women who are old enough have the right to marry. They can start a family without any limits due to race, due to nationality, or religion. There should be no such limit. They can start a family. They must have equal rights when they marry, during the marriage, and if they get divorced, they have equal rights. A marriage can only happen with the full and free consent of both people. Free and full consent of both parties, both individuals. The family is the natural and fundamental group unit of society. The family must be protected by society and the state. Article 17. Everyone has the right to own property. You can own property alone, or you can own property with others. No one can take away your property for no good reason. Article 18. Everyone has the right to their own way of thinking. Everyone has the right to their own way of, the right to their own conscience. Everyone has the right to have their own opinions. Everyone has the right to express their opinions freely. But here we need to be careful. If our opinions and statements hurt others, it is our freedom is not absolute. Freedom of expression yes, this is the problem. Everyone has the right to express their opinions freely. This right means you can hold opinions without anyone interfering. It also means you can seek, receive, and share information and ideas. You can use any media. You can use any media like TV, internet, or print, regardless of borders. Article 20. Everyone has the right to peacefully meet and gather in groups. No one can be forced to belong to a group or association. Article 21. Everyone has the right to take part in the government of their country. So you can take part in politics. It is your political right. You can do this directly or through representatives who are freely chosen. That rule is he is a usurper. He is a dictator. He is a dacoit. So the in this modern age, the only legitimate government is the which enjoys the will of the people. People have shown their will. People have shown their will that they like this or they want this. The will of the people happen regularly, and the elections should be honored. The mandates, it becomes insecure. Everyone has the right to social security. These rights must be achieved through national effort and international cooperation. The rights will be Everyone has the right to fair and good working conditions. Everyone has the right to protection against that ensures a dignified life. If necessary, this space should be topped up by other ways of social protection. Of you. The state must take care of you. The state must take care of your family. Layer part is health and well-being of themselves and their family. Of themselves and their family. Education must be free, at least in the education must be equally accessible to all based on merit. To all based on merit, how good you are. Merit means how good you are. Education should fully develop the human personality. Unfortunately, our education is not developing our personality, human personality. It is developing us in other ways, but our education is not developing us as humans. We don't become good humans. We may humans. We don't become good humans. We may become intelligent, independent. Everyone has the everyone that come from their own scientific, literary, or artistic work, like copyrights. Article 28. Everyone has the right to a social and international order, a system in the world. This system must allow the rights and freedoms in this declaration to be fully put into practice. Article 29. Everyone has duties to the community they live in. We have duties to our society. We have duties to our nation. And freely develop their personality. When you use your rights and freedoms, you must follow the limitations set by law. These limits exist only to secure the rights and freedoms of others. So, laws restrict our freedoms and rights, but since laws restrict the rights and freedoms of in fact, laws protect our limits must also meet the just needs of morality, public order, and general well-being in a democracy. These limits must also meet the just needs of morality, public order, and giving any country, any group, nothing in this declaration can do anything. It does not, but it does not mean that we can do anything that we want. There are specifically, no one can perform any act that is aimed at destroying any of the rights and freedoms listed here. Thank you. Okay, Jeevet, we have studied the all 30 articles of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.